Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 3 of my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild playthrough. So last time we made it to our first stable, and it's pretty sweet. And we are working our way towards Kakariko Village, and that's the overarching goal. And we got lots of good loot, and got some good shrines, and all kinds of goodies, So now we are moving on from the safety of this nice little place. Something that you can do, by the way. Hup. But there's lots of stables. We'll have a lot of these neato boxes in the back, and if you blow them up, often that you can, or destroy them in other ways. But I often find blowing them up the most cost-effective. Anyway, and lots of good stuff back there. So, if you want to see something neato and kind of spooky, check this out. Look at all that. Look at all that, huh? So this, and approaching that way, which really you can see it, that wall over there. There's a lot of broken guardians in this area. Some of them are real. Most of them are not, and then there's a couple of them that are alive. And it's one of those things that's very spooky. Because you can be like, oh, cool. And you're like running around grabbing screws and ancient gears and all kinds of neato things. And then suddenly there's something that's not right. I believe at the top of this little cliff, oh, there should be something, but also that's probably exactly what we're looking for. That's probably what we're looking for. Sick. Alright, I don't suppose... Sometimes you can get your arrows back. And arrows are not free. See any sparkles on the ground? I don't. That's alright. That is okay. Alright, so we just got here. I'm like slowly tracking our progress via the map. Okay, so... Okay. Alright then, we are going this way. And we are sticking to the left, I believe. Alright, we're going this way. Now, there's a few little goodies on the bridge we're going to care about, but... Hey. If you're looking to head towards Hateno Village, just cross the bridge and head to the east. I'm selling a few things I picked up in my travels. You want to take a look? No thanks. Take care out there. Thanks, bro. Okay, so... On the bridge... I'm not really here for that, but... Okay. That was my question. So the issue is... Little shallow. Question is... I feel like I was really shallow, you know what I mean? Oh, I got conked in the head and fell off. That hurt. Well, not only was it lame, but it hurt. Although... Oh, hey. Oh, I don't really actually need the torch, per se. Oh, see, that's why you should spam A. That's like one of the only times I didn't do it, and look what happened. I mean, I can't grab this. Okay, hang on. I don't feel like this is going to work, per se, but... You know, what they probably want you to do... We're gonna try it this stupid way first, but... Okay. Yeah, I was about to say. I think it has to be a rock. I think that's what they're looking for. They don't, they don't just want you to throw anything in there. Okay, so that does sink, which actually you would be surprised to learn is a good thing. Because... I just need to get them enough where they could maybe hold still enough that maybe... Sorry. Oh, there's a chest. Anyway. Oh, man. Ugh. Get on the box, Link. Get on the box. Thank you. Eh. There it is. Nailed it. Yay. We're gonna... If memory serves, we're gonna discover Hestu for one of the first times very soon. So, what really we're here for is this. Yay! Anyway, we were here for this, and then, of course, that little thing. But if memory serves, we're gonna discover Hestu very soon. So, yeah, what are you gonna do about it, huh? Nothing. I'm wearing the mask. You won't do a thing. You won't do a thing, huh? I pulled my sword because I got nervous because you were right in my face, and I got scared, but... That's the other thing that I knew was here. Yay! Anywho. Alright, well, I guess we will have to do that right there. And then we'll have to scale that. Okay, a couple of little random loot I'm noticing. And then some random little bits and bobs over here. But I believe we're going to discover Hestu very soon for the first time, so... I was trying to get some stuff, anything that we could manage to get. Because I think we'll probably see... I don't know if it's a he or she, I guess, but... Just see them very soon. I guess I assume male, but I don't actually know that. Yay! Yay. And those like mineral patches that you see, I believe those do regenerate when a blood moon hits, which you'll know what a blood moon is later. And I believe they do regenerate, so something to keep in mind that if you mine them, if you wait long enough, I think they do come back. So, we need to grab these plants because more supplies, especially these ones right here. The Hyrule Herb are very good if you cook them into dishes and things. I guess I'll just put on my Traveler's Sword. It's the worst of what I own. I spy with my little eye a Hestu. You know, it's the Hestu. Obviously, it's his name or her name. I don't know. I assume his, but who knows? Anyway. Hestu. You know, we actually could ditch my mask because it would only be a few weak things around here anyway. Anyway, hey, you. Shalaka! You can see me? I can see you. Shalaza! Shalaka! It's been 100 years since anyone has been able to see me. I'm Hestu, and I need your help. Those monsters over there stole my beloved maracas. Can you imagine? I think they're still there on the other side of those rocks. Really? I can't use my powers without them, Shoko. So please, get my maracas back from them. Oh, I will. And that's the reason I took my mask off, is because I knew I was going to have to fight them to get the maracas back anyway, so you may as well, not bother. You may as well wear something that's much cooler than that weird-looking mask. I only wear it because I have to. Ooh. Sorry, wrong button. I meant to do this. We'll see if we can get any of them. We'll probably get at least one of them quietly, but we'll see. Oh, he lived. I'm gonna be honest, I expected him to die immediately, and he didn't. Thank you. Hang on, I'm working on it. Okay, hang on, no one panic. We're in a fight with more than one, and it's proving to be a lot, like emotionally. That's why, but this is why off camera I made some more dishes. So. And this other Traveler's Sword is just about had it. Ho ho! How do you like them apples? Whew. Alright, well, got some clubs, which is good. And a spear, which is okay. That's alright. This is just about had it. Alright. I think shields were okay. Yeah, I think shields were alright for now. Oh, my goodness. Anyway. I, sneak attacked that dude and, he walked it off. He was totally okay. Oh, yeah, well, there we go. We just confirmed what Hestu is, because I just saw, just for a second, it said he. So, we're good, everybody. We're good. Anyway. Hup. Sick. I saw that. There we go. Not that. Alright. We got the maracas. We don't need the shield. At least not yet. By the time we're gonna do what we're about to do, we might need it. Hey. I'm back. Shalakala! Those are my maracas! Please give them to me. There you go. There you go. You know, you get it. But wait, there's something wrong with my maracas. The Korok seeds inside are gone. How am I supposed to dance now? If I had just one Korok seed, I could sing, dance, and use my powers to help you. You see, I had the power of inventory expansion, so let me know if you find some Korok seeds. Hey. The children of the forest must have taken the Korok seeds from my beloved maracas. I never thought I'd be the target of one of their pranks. Sniff. But wait. Do you have a Korok seed? You do! You do! You've got a Korok seed from one of the forest children. If you give me just one, I'll make your inventory bigger in return. Yes, please. So which stash do you want to get bigger? Weapons to begin with. Let's do it! Ha! Nice. What's funny is that you're allowed to skip that. I never skip it. I always just let it play out just like that. Like, how could you possibly skip it? It's so funny. Anyway, your weapon stash has been expanded. I still smell Korok seeds on you. You want me to do it again? Go shield the next time? Oh, yeah. Because it's only like, whatever, 3 seconds of cutscene, you know? And it's fun. There's a shield. If we have the ability, I'll probably go for bows next, if he'll do it for us. Nice. Look at the time. I need to get back before Grandpa yells at me. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I have to go, but I still need Korok seeds. So find some Korok. So bring some to Korok Forest if you find any. I don't suppose you're. Oh, no, that's it. All right. So yeah, I didn't mean to do that another time. Sorry. I was just practicing. Anyway. So yeah, there you go. So we got the shields and the weapon stash 1 slot bigger, which is great. And now he will teleport to you know what, to the Korok Forest. So it'll be quite a while before we see him again, but it is neato all the same. Hang on, I don't want to fight you with this. I was just trying to be ready in case you attacked me. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure we were gonna get all this sweet loot. Okay, we don't need the bow, but there is something we could use, though. There's, over here there was a shield, and I just expanded my shield inventory, so. Yeah, that. It's free real estate. You may as well do it. There's a hand up there, but I think our inventory might be full now. Yes. Alright, we are full either way, so that's it. Anyway. We're continuing our way towards the village. Okay, we found some mushrooms and a very easy little thing here. Yay. Alright, you can see our little shrine detector. Ha, that's why you spam A, you see that? I got that frog. Why? Because I was spamming A. Anyway, you can see our shrine detector's going off. And, it's not as close as you would... Sorry. It's not as close as you would think. It's right here. Is what it's referring to. So, don't worry about that. Anyway, I was just curious about the arrows. Hi. I was just curious. I don't suppose I could, like, magnet... I was about to say, they're not, you know, they're not like that. Although, hey, could I, do this? Oh! No. It's a good try, but no. Anyway, it's fine. We don't need it. It's just a couple of arrows, okay? Kakariko Village. Sick. Okay, so even if we followed that, that's not where that is yet. And it's gonna be a second before we can actually grab that and take care of it, so don't worry about it. Neato. In we go! What a nice little village tucked away. Hi. Who is it? Oh my, what's this? Look at that face, you are totally my type! I'm like, oh, hey, shucks. Oh, and you even have a Sheikah Slate on your hip. Surprised she knows what that is. Wait, huh? A Sheikah Slate? Isn't that like an incredible thing that only incredible people have? I'm not sure what all this means, mister, but it seems you've got a great deal more important than you appear. Thank you. She's like, wow, you look like a loser, but you're actually way cooler than I thought you were. Thank you. I guess. Ah, the clothing shop. Hello. So she sells... Welcome to Enchanted, my high-end boutique. By the way, that stealth chest guard over there is highly recommended. While you wear it, your footsteps are nearly soundless, so it's perfect for hunting and stuff. Oh, but it offers very little defense, small price for the extra stealth. Thank you. So this is the stealth armor set. It does increase your stealth. Luckily, in this particular case, most of our armor is not very good. Like, it's actually better than my chest armor because, you know, for obvious reasons. It looks really cool, but obviously that's a whole thing. Here we have the Hylian armor. Honestly, one of my go-to armor sets. I tend to wear this. This is like my go-to. This is like the thing I wear most of the game, generally speaking. Yeah, it's much more on the cheaper side, as you would assume, and it's very good. But we need a lot more money before we can afford anything. Still, though, once we have money, that's what we'll do. Oh, hey, you're the girl I just talked to. Anyway, don't worry about all that. Hey, I'm just gonna knob all that. Don't worry about it. So, there is this statue. Here's the statue that you can get to, and it's to when we have shrines and stuff for spirit orbs. I will show you what things mean more in a second, but we're gonna get through some of cutscene stuff first. You there, who are you? How dare you trespass upon Lady Impa's abode? Is that a Sheikah Slate? Oh, hang on, I gotta close my door. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I kind of had to say that a little fast. I tried to say I will close my. Hang on, I have to close my door, but who knows how legible that was for you guys. Anyway, or how understandable. But that would mean you are. No, it's not possible. Can it be? Oh, it's possible. Let me through. Please forgive us for behaving so rudely. Of course, we have heard the legends from Lady Impa herself. Please, friend, go ahead and step inside. How quickly they change their tune. I'm coming up to talk to Lady Impa. Oh, it's Paya. I love her. A man! so shy. I love her. Huh? Is that? It's a Sheikah Slate. Could it be the hero my grandmother told me about? What was his name? Lin. Oh, it's not that I forgot. I'm just bad with speaking. As for me, my name is Oh, my name is Paya. She's so cute. Whew, I got it out. Well done. I know I should be able to say that easily, seeing as how it's my own name and all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, my grandmother's been awaiting your return ever since I was little. Please hurry inside. Paya, I love you. I want to see if there's anything going... No, okay. Can confirm. Nothing going on back there. Hi, Paya. I love you. Impa, talk to me. Just kick the door open, swing it open all dramatically like Aragorn.
目覚めおったか。久しいのう、リンク。すっかり年を取ってしまったが、覚えておるじゃろ?
I actually don't remember anything, so I don't know. Maybe I have some spotty memory. You never know. What is the matter? You are looking at me as though I am a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must at least remember the name, Impa. I'm like, I don't remember anything. I see, so you've lost your memory? Well, it matters not. In fact, they may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being. Dearest Link, please come a bit closer. A 100 years ago. Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone, she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you. I have been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. However, those words, which the princess risked her life to leave you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well. But I am afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I leave the choice to you. When you feel you are ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. Okay, I gotta give it some thought. Okay, I thought about it, I'm ready. The words that the princess risked her life to impart to you, I cannot pass them on to someone who lacks conviction. Are you prepared to risk your life for the greater good? I am. Ha! Not a memory to your name, yet you are as intent as ever to charge forward with only courage and justice on your side. You have not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero. Very well. Since you have lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened.
Hyrule 王国の歴史は太古の昔から幾度もガノンという名の厄災に見舞われてきた歴史。その度、勇者の魂を持つ者と女神の血を引く聖なる姫の活躍によって平穏を取り戻してきた繰り返しの歴史なのじゃ。ガノンとの戦いを伝説として幾度も刻みながら時は流れた。これより語るは今から1万年ほど昔の話じゃ。当時のハイラルは高度な文明を花開かせておった。それはもはや魔物すら脅威としないほどじゃったという。人々はその技術や力を勇者と姫の助けにしようと考えた。厄災が復活してもその封印を確実にするものを作ろうとな。彼らは人が操る4体の巨大な獣、神獣、そしてガーディアンと呼ばれる自らの意志で敵と戦うからくりの兵を作り出した。神獣を操る4人は特殊な能力に秀でた者より選び出された。こうしてガノンに対する術は整えられたのよ。そして再び厄災ガノンが復活しハイラルを襲った時、彼らは勇者や姫と共にガノンに立ち向こうたのじゃ。ガーディアンは小さいながらも 数を生かして勇者たちを守り、神獣はその巨体から猛撃を放って奴の力を削り取った。そして大魔の剣を持つ勇者がガノンにとどめを刺し、聖なる力を受け継ぐ王家の姫が見事奴を封印したのじゃ。
Well, there you go. 100 years ago, in preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior. But in the end, despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these final words. Free the 4 divine beasts. That is what she said. 4 divine beasts? The 4 divine beasts are the ancient Sheikah weapons wielded by the 4 champions who Ganon defeated. The divine beast Va Rudania, controlled by Daruk of the Gorons. The divine beast Va Medo, controlled by Rivali of the Rito. The divine beast Va Ruta, controlled by Mipha of the Zora. And the divine beast Va Naboris, controlled by Urbosa of the Gerudo. Isn't it Gerudo? I think it's Gerudo. Anyway, it would be extremely ill-advised to face Ganon without the power of the Divine Beast to help you. You must infiltrate the Divine Beasts that were stolen away by Ganon 100 years ago and bring them back to our side. More information about these Divine Beasts can be found by locating the 4 races scattered across Hyrule. There's our big quest, everybody. The Sheikah Slate will guide you on your way. You must go where it tells you and meet with each leader there. Now we have the main quest. It seems to me that your Sheikah Slate is not yet complete. The device Princess Zelda left you is your guide and also your memory. Now let's see. Someone at the research lab in Hateno Village might be able to help you. Hateno Village? Right there, kiddies. The location shining on the eastern edge is Hateno Village. It is a small village, one of the very few places that avoided suffering significant damage during the Great Calamity. Ho-ho! You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. You cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny. Seek out Impa. Complete. Well, well. Something wrong? Do not tell me the steel has slipped from your spine. I realize you had just awoken, but I am not suggesting that you defeat Calamity Ganon right this moment. For now, you should focus on getting your broken Sheikah Slate fixed. Hurry to the research lab. Anyway, I was just curious if she would say something different. Alright. So there's that. I just wanted to run up here, look around. Ho-ho! It's Paya's diary. This looks like Paya's diary. It seems she only just started writing in it. Read. Grandmother says she conspired with Princess Zelda and Auntie Purah 100 years ago. They decided to put a lone swordsman into a long sleep so as to prepare for a time that was foretold in legends. The name of that swordsman is Link. Hi, Paya. I'm totally not reading your diary. Since then, Grandmother has been waiting for him to reappear after all this time. I, too, pray that he awakens soon for the sake of Hyrule and for Grandmother's sake as well. Hi, I wasn't reading your diary. Master Link, this is my private bedroom. Kindly take your leave. Sorry. I wasn't doing anything weird. I was just reading your journal. It's like, what do you mean you weren't doing anything weird? Anyway, well, my wife left me today. Solid. The last thing she said to me was, what's more important, the Cuckoos or me? I chose the Cuckoos. The Bowmaster. A painter unfamiliar to any of us has arrived in the village. He claims he is searching for the Great Fairy's fountain, but that's near where the village's spirit protector resides. We must make sure the outsider doesn't learn of the location of the fountain or the 2 shrines near it. Anonymous father of 2. The new guy in town looks like he really knows how to tune a bow. I hope he comes by and knocks an arrow for me. It's been way too long. Lonely arrow girl. Well, that's interesting. Anyway. Alright. So, first thing we must do... I don't suppose you have a No, he's just vibing. He's just doing his thing. Okay, so the first thing we need to do before we go too far. Hi, am I think I might be mentally turned around. Yeah, I think I was turned. This is the way back to the entrance. My directions were flipped. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We need to run up here to grab something important. Because this thing we're going to grab over here is going to be very importante. There's a shrine right here, and this is going to be how we're going to be able to teleport right to the village on command. So, it's very important to grab this one. Very important. Sick. Alright, let's go inside. Okay, what's going on here, huh? Is this a combat one? Oh, I think this is just teaching you basic combat. I think that's what this one is. Well, don't mind me. I'm just gonna grab... Oh, it's a shield. I was not expecting that. Well, we have plenty of these. Yay. Alright, don't mind me. I'm assuming this will be the weapon that I was expecting. Yep. Sick. Anyway, of course we're not going to use that right out the gate. Here, let's just use a Boko Club. Anyway, this is going to, I think, teach basic combat some skills to learn, you know? Like, it'll teach you that flurry rush, things like that, I believe. So, I think that's what this is. Use the side hop to avoid enemy attacks. Let's create an opening that you can use to strike back. Heard it here first, kids. Yeah, that is exactly what this is. Okay, let's do it. I'm ready. Chop down. Oh, sorry, I wasn't ready. Chop down. I'm not going ham bone because I don't want to waste the durability of my weapon. Because he doesn't even have a health bar, so it's not real. Anyway, do a backflip to avoid the next one. Okay. Wait for it. There it is. Like I said, not wasting the durability, and it's not real yet, so... Parry an enemy attack. If you parry with your shield just the right time, strike back in the opening you create. This is something I almost never use, but I need to get good at it because we're gonna need it. Alright, we can do this. The timing is really precise. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Probably because I'm not hitting the right button. Well, so far the only thing we're doing is getting annihilated. Oh, there it is. Alright, I figured it out. I'm ready now. Yay! Build up your power, release it to unleash a charge attack. Catch your enemies in this motion to damage them. Yup, you just press and hold it. Guardian Sword. There you go. But yeah, we're gonna need to know how to do that parry, because that for several things. The best way to beat the Guardians, the ones that are shooting lasers at you, the best way to beat them is with the parry. And it's by a long shot. Every other way is gonna be incredibly subpar. We can dodge the Bokoblin arm because it's super, super flimsy. Ancient Shaft. I don't suppose my arrow survived. Oh, it did. Good. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, cute. Anyway. But yeah, the best way to beat the Guardians is with the parry, because shooting their own laser back at them is by far the best way to kill them. The other ways, there's several other ways I could mention, but they are all quite difficult. And it's the only way that's reliably good is the parry, so. Alright, well. Hey, that was our fourth one, which is great, because we can run to the shrine in town and take care of that. But not quite yet. We need to make a quick pit stop. While we're up here on this cliffside, I mean. We also could use some money, because I wouldn't mind saving up and getting that armor, the Hyrule set. It is my normal go-to set. And overall, it's pretty cheap to upgrade, and you'll see what that whole thing is like. Anyway, but yeah, you could see. So when you teleport here, this is where you start. And so normally you can just run and just jump right off of this little platform and then just glide right down to the village. So it's very convenient. But we're actually going to continuing to run up this little hill briefly before we go back down. And I will show you why. So, in this little peaceful place, well, I'm never fast enough for that, but that little glowing rabbit, if you attack it, it'll drop rupees. So, they randomly will spawn here, and it's a whole thing. Anyway. So, this is the most accessible fairy fountain. There's a few fairy fountains. I don't remember how many. 4, maybe? 3, 4? So across Hyrule, you'll see. They take money to open, though, which is sad. Boy, sweet boy, please listen to my story. Sure. I am the great fairy Kotera. This place was once a beautiful spring, but as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my powers abandoned me. I'm nearly powerless now, so I beg your help. I need rupees to become whole again. All I need is 100. I don't have 100. Yeah, I don't have any rupees. Anyway. So there's the fairy fountain, but we need more money before I can do it. Now, there is another shrine. I believe it's like in here and then across the way. The issue is I think it's like a whole thing to get it open, I think. Technically, there's actually a path through this back way. You can run all the way back here, and there's, you know, there's lots of little things. There's a whole bunch of chests back here on this one direction. I thought there used to be a boss over there somewhere, too. I'm looking for chests that we really care about. Mostly. Purple rupee, ice arrow, broadsword. Well, there's a memory over there, way in the back, but I'm not positive the memories are enabled for us yet. Bomb arrow, purple rupee. Yeah, I do not think so. Okay, so we don't need to do that yet. And I almost think that the other path, which is right here, I almost think it's like a special thing, because I don't think you just run over there and grab it. Like, it's not free real estate, you know? I mean, we're gonna go look, but I almost think it's, like, more involved than all that. Maybe I'm wrong, but we should be sure before we leave. Yeah, see? That's what I thought. Okay, now, obviously it's underground. Okay, so there is a little Powerball looking thing. I don't know where this one is, though. So apparently there is a quest for it. So it's like it's a whole thing. So yeah, you can't just run in and do that, which is what I thought. All right, so now we can go ahead and hop back into the village here, and we can go ahead and increase our stamina. Although I'm a little curious about being way up in these foothills. Anyway, we're not here for all that. We're going back to the center. There we go. Okay. Alright. I would love for you to increase my stamina, please. Stamina's not good. There we go. Because the last time we did a heart, so this time we'll do stamina. Yay! Nice. There's a little extra 25% or whatever you would say. Maybe 20% on my stamina bar. So I can run a little bit longer now. Anyway. Okay. Well, there's all that, which is great. And then there's a couple of general stores. Alright, so we find ourselves near the stable, and our overall goal is mostly Hateno Village. Mostly Hateno Village, and, you know, mostly keeping our eyes peeled for any neato loot along the way. But yeah, mostly Hateno Village, because there's a feature that I want to get. And normally I wait way too long to do it, so that's the goal. Some of these are booby-trapped. Not this one, apparently. But so some of them, you've probably seen those little balloon-looking guys that'll have like the little grass on their head, and they'll like shoot rocks at you from the water. There's a version of those that'll hide on land. They'll look like grass, and they'll jump up and shoot rocks at you. There's another version that they'll have some of these chests on their head, and you get close, and then they spring up, and then they knock you over, and it's a whole thing. There's breakable rocks over there. It's kind of suspicious. But yeah, as you can see, there's like look at all these guardians, dude. And some of them are real, and we have no way of knowing at the moment. And so, for the most part, we're just trying to get kind of close, you know? Anyway, I'm kind of looting as I go, but what I really need to see is, I guess, I need to look at the map and zoom all the way in, because that'll tell me where's where. So, according to the map, one of the guardians that's real is right here. And there is a chest that is right over here, which has a fancy shield. There is a recovered memory. There is a memory though in the middle, but I don't think we're allowed to do memories yet. But really, if that's the real one, then really we could just run the opposite direction. Yeah, so really we could just run this way. Hopefully we don't run into any real guardians in here. But the real one supposedly is over there somewhere, so in a perfect world, all I should have to do is stay away from that. And the map doesn't show any one of the turret ones, so you know, the ones that are stationary, so I don't know, man. Still though, if you're looking to, you know, farm for ancient materials, this is a pretty swell spot to do it. Now, the question is, if I was a memory, I almost think that memory should be over here somewhere, but like I said, I don't think we're allowed to do memories yet. So we're gonna have to, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of beelining through story stuff, is so that we can, allow that, to unlock memories. Which I think you need to do, I think there's several things that need to happen first before that's allowed to be a thing, so. Hello, this is why I'm wearing my little mask, so that you guys don't attack me. You guys don't care if I loot this chest, do you? Well, my inventory is full, but... let's see here. Well, we could drop this one, because I think I was using it a little bit. Excuse me, guys. Just gotta grab this axe really quick. Anyway, good luck to you. Don't mind me, I'm just, you know, vibing. Looting madly. Hey look, it's one of those dudes that shoot at you. I didn't do that. He died on his own. You guys see that? He had a heart attack. That was terrible. They're like, yeah, that was kind of weird. What was up with that, huh? Anyway, don't mind me, I'm just... Anyway, I was just grabbing some apples. So yeah, you can kind of get some, like, you know, ambient storytelling going on here, right? Because you can see all these guardians. There's like an incredible concentration of guardians. I believe, if memory serves, it's because this, what we're headed towards, used to be a fort, I think. Or like some sort of, you know, defensive. But because you can see the wall, which you'll get a better look at in a second. But yeah, you can see the wall, and you can see it's like covered in guardians. And so I think it's because this was like a defensive fortification of some kind, and the guardians were, so they had a high concentration of guardians attacking it, which makes sense. But anyway, I highlighted a tower on our mini-map. The tower that will light up the region that we're headed to. We're going to loosely make our way for that first, but there you go, yeah, see, it's a fort. Fort Hateno. So, there's so much good stuff, dude, I just can't. I just can't with all this loot right now. Anyway, but you can see that all of them are dead while they're like mid-climbing the wall, you know? Anyway. It's so good. Anyway, I don't want to loot them all. I want to like get to our, you know, move on with our lives, but admittedly, if it's free, it's a little hard not to loot some of them. Hi.
Yeah.
Hiya, my name's Geralt. Come to see Fort Hateno, I take it? I didn't even read what I said. Figured as much. It's well worth seeing. Fort Hateno here was the last line of defense between Hateno Village and the awful tragedy all those years ago. Everyone's got to come and pay their respects at least once in their life, right? Totes, man. Hey, you wouldn't care if I used your little fireplace and made a quick little meal, would you? He doesn't care. He's having fun. Yay. Anyway, that replaces the one I used. Anyway, alright, so we just crossed the wall. There's another one of those guardians on closer to the left side of that wall, which I probably would have been more nervous about had I realized that we were that close to all of that stuff. Let's see. I'm just looking ahead of us to see what's near us. There's a couple of little items above us and some chests. Nothing insane. Nothing insane. I'm more tempted to just follow the little pathway here. Alright, I think we're just gonna stay on the road. Well, hello, stranger. Who are you? Uh-oh. No, don't be deceived by this. I can tell you're trained your body well, I'd say. I'd say you're familiar with both sword and bow, correct? That's a good skill set. Why don't you join the Yiga clan? Yiga clan? What? You don't know? Fine, I'll tell you. The Yiga clan. It's a powerful, brave group of warriors founded by Master Koga and dedicated to defeating a hero thought long dead. I will take your life. Yup, our first Yiga clan assassin. How exciting. Ouchie. Hang on. 10 to 15 to stand up, pal. Alright, okay, well, considering that we're obviously in this fight and he's not gonna be deceived by our... Oi, man, he hits hard. He hits me one freaking time and I'm darn near dead. Oi. That's less than ideal. Yay! I won. And I got rupees from him. And bananas. And a weapon. Anyway. Whew. Alright, well, I guess we can... The soldier spear works as good as anything. Anyway. We weren't quite here for all that. That was a little spooky, but anyways. Working our way around. We're gonna try to get this tower first, and we'll see how well this goes, but... Still working our way towards Hateno Village. There's the tower, though. Which is... That's the good news. Oh, okay, there we go. I was about to say, one of the things I was gonna say was, the bad news is I don't know how to find where we're going, but, like, how to cross, you know, but obviously it kind of solved itself. What's inside? Oh, neato. Anyway, we can go ahead and re-equip my thing now. Alright, try and approach this tower. Hello, skeletons. You won't do a thing to me. Neither will you, orc boy. Oh, unless, of course, they all just decide that whatevs and they'll attack me anyway. I don't think they know how this works. I'm wearing the mask for a reason, you know. Well, I mean, you know, the upside is there'll be lots of good loot in it for me. Anyway, don't worry about all that. We're gonna take all of these. I mean, maybe they saw me put the mask on. I mean, maybe because I technically put it on, like, whatever, a few seconds before they saw me. So, like, I don't know. Maybe that was why. Little unsure. How are we doing on the weapon department? I'm definitely using the least of what have the options for. All right. Maybe that's what I'll tell myself is that they saw it because maybe I put it on too late while the skeletons were popping up, and it was too close, and I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we'll see about this. We'll see about this whole tower thing. Okay, on the approach a little farther. Now, one of the ways this might go good is because I'm wearing the mask. So if it's covered in, you know, enemies like this, well, they're obviously not going to care a whole lot about me, right? So, in some ways, this tower might be nice and easy, comparatively, right? Now, hopefully, it's just enemies that are that I'm immune to, like a lot of those lizard guys or the skeleton guys or whatever. Hopefully, but a way in which this could go bad is because I can already tell you that there's those vines right there. So, that could be rough. You think they're gonna care if I do some light mining? I guess we're gonna go with no. Oh, there's another. You stay sleeping there, big guy. I'm mining. Anyway. You just stay sleeping, big guy. They don't care what I'm doing. It's fine. But yeah, some way in which this could go badly would be if how the vines work out, right? Because easily that could be a problem. Because if I start having to throw fire around or whatever to take out the vines, the enemies might get a scotch upset. So that could be bad. We are at the tower. That's the good news. The other good news is the rain stopped. Okay, so we need... That'll work. Trying to be very conservative with the fire usage. So... that did not catch the way I was hoping it would. Okay, hopefully we won't have to use any more than that. Because hopefully that'll catch to all of the important stuff. Maybe, baby. Go away. Alright, we'll see how well that worked. Well, I had to use at least a little more. Well, I think it's probably pretty safe now to do this. Because I don't think any of the orc guys are staring at me anymore, so... And this will increase my climb speed. Which is too good to pass up. Alright, we are on top. So, I had to use a total of like 4 arrows, maybe? Somewhere in that vicinity. I had to scroll all the way out to figure out where we were standing. On our little map here. Sick. Alright, so nothing that we direly need as far as what's over here. That's good to know. Alright. Well, that's interesting. Alright, and that clears up this whole section. That was another easy tower because of my mask carrying me there, so that's good. So that's good. My mask carried me through that one. Alright. We could put my, we either could soar much farther. You can see the village right there. So we're very close. But some part of me is tempted to land down below because down below us, there's some arrows, there's an opal, there's amber. I mean, there's lots of little collectible stuff, but if I just decided that I didn't care a whole lot, we could just move farther. Because the other option is, although that's at the bottom, really, and I would not want to fall down that cliff, so maybe what we'll do is we'll equip my creepy-looking mask, and we'll just get as far as we can on the way towards the village. and not so much worrying about the little peons down below, because there's quite a bit of, like, a fair amount of little loot, you know. I think there's arrows in that tower, one of those towers, and then there's, like, an opal and some random bits and bobs, you know, but nothing life-changing. There's a purple rupee, I think probably at the bottom of that waterfall right there, we do really need money, but I do kind of feel like we're very close to Hateno Village, and I think I'd rather worry about that. So we are almost out of stamina too. I'm gonna have to drop prematurely. Nailed it. There's some random little dudes in the forest, but they won't do anything to us. So we don't care. We don't care about them. We're almost to the village, which actually means we can do this. Now that I don't need to be wearing it, I don't want to. Honestly, I wouldn't wear it at all if it wasn't so stinking useful. Cause I like looking cool. Who are you? I demand answers. If you're up this late, you're probably up to no good. I'm a traveler. Huh? You certainly do appear to be a Hylian like the rest of us. Hylians are generally good folk, so sorry for getting all worked up. You're free to go. We're just a waypoint on your winding road, huh? Ah, the life of a traveler. Well, you can get most things you need at the general store, and the inn is just back there. It's just like, what do you mean this late? It's early, technically. It's 5:45 at the moment. It's early, what do you mean? Anyway, we're not here for all that, okay? Our first stop is going to be the, shrine that's right up here, for obvious reasons. So that way we can teleport back here quick as can be. How productive! Like we're beelining for the villages and stuff, which makes total sense. Historically, I tend to drag my feet. Ooh. Oh. Hang on, we're having a problem. I was like, what happened? I think one of my legs rolled past my Xbox One because my Xbox turned on. So now I'm looking at it through OBS. Okay, well let's go down here. While my Xbox turns back off. I mean, supposedly. Supposedly turns off. Normally, I have my Xbox One unplugged because it does stupid things like that, for instance. Hey, I can see again. Anyways, what I was saying was that we've made very good progress. I am beelining for a lot of like some big story stuff because now when you do this, you kind of learn of a better order than whatever you did the first time, which makes sense. But historically, I tend to look around a lot more before going right to main objectives. Historically, I tend to just look around. I look around. I find lots of loot. You know, I do stuff like that, and I really, really slowly make my way towards villages. This time around, I am going straight for villages and just grabbing towers and useful things along the way. But for the most part, we're going straight towards objectives. I am doing that this time because there's certain features that I'm aware of what we need, and I don't want to do too much looking around the world space if I know we can't like grab memories, or for instance, because I would rather wait to be able to really look around and loot and that kind of thing until we had access to memories. And so that's one of the reasons. And of course they give you lots of powers, and I want to unlock the scanner feature, and there's a lot that I'm waiting to unlock, you know. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, this one sucks. This one sucks so badly. This one is awful. So you motion control and control this ball, and so I'm like rotating my controller, and it's the worst. Now, there's a cheesy way to do this, and I'll just hold it here while I explain. So what you can do instead is you can immediately flip the platform almost upside down, or really cockeye it when the ball falls, because if it falls off the world space, the ball resets. So if you do it like perfectly, you can rotate the platform to get the ball to fall into the wrong side, the wrong platform, and then fling it onto the platform over there, which historically I have had more success with than doing it the right way, generally speaking. But I mean, at the moment it's going, yeah, that's what happens. Although I can show you what I mean. There it is. I guess we'll do something like this. Alright, there you go. Look at that. I'm all midair. Anyway. Alright. So the reason I didn't even tilt that far enough. I thought I did. I did not. Anyway, we need to go back up there. I need to tilt that platform lower. But there's a treasure chest in there too, so if you're willing to go back up, then you can grab the treasure chest in there, which of course I want to do. So, but anyway, but yeah, that is really, honestly, I find that the easiest way to do it is you flip it upside down, and so that the ball lands on the back. Something like that, maybe. There we go. That seems like a better angle. Anyway, but really, I find more success doing that, to be honest, is flipping it upside down and then throwing it over, and it's way easier than running through their little obstacle course, in my opinion. Okay, I think there's just the one chest, I think. Probably gonna need to have to open inventories and fix things, I imagine. Yeah. Oh, never mind, I was a bow short. I'm just not used to that being a thing. But yeah, the Fenric bow, which is very good, apparently. Anyway, I don't think there's any more chests than that. I think it's just the one. Am I wrong? No, I think that's it. Okay, so I think to get out of here is a little weird. There we go. In the past, I've had the angle be weird so that I had to like jump from the back of the platform, and then because if the angle's steep enough, he'll throw his sailcloth out and stuff, you know, or like whatever, the glider. He'll throw the glider out sooner than that. So, anyway, it's just, yeah. So sometimes it's weird depending on the angle, but well, there you go. That was another good showing on my part. That it went way better than it normally does. Because of course I knew my little workaround, so it was much easier because I didn't have to do it the way that they assume you're going to do it, because yuck, the way they want you to do it is not great. Anyway, I was just looking around the village space, seeing what was available. Alright, so there is that. There's a few quests to pick up in the village here. Is this shield just like a shield vendor? Oh no, there's another goddess statue in here. I prefer the other village as my go-to village. This one I only really use for like the quests and stuff that are in the area. I use it for the quests and things. Generally speaking, I prefer the other village more than this one. Just because for like the goddess statue, because the other one, with the way the village is laid out, it's very convenient, very quick to get to the statue. This one, not nearly as convenient. The statue is in... Oh, there's another little statue also in the village, but it's just not quite as easy. So, you know. Hup. Anyway. Are you like the main guy?
Yeah.
Morning there. Another day, another rupee. What are you doing? Working, as you can see. This old house here has been abandoned. Everyone in Hateno Village agreed we should demolish it. The old owner apparently went off to the castle to report for service. Never came back, never wrote, so away it goes. I'd buy this place. Well, I'm not into real estate, so I can't really help you out there, but if you're really interested in this place, you're gonna need to talk to the boss. Yeah, I know. Where's your boss? Probably not inside if they're demolishing it. I can tell you it's not that guy. There you are. Morning. Need something from me? What are you doing? In case it's not obvious, I'm demolishing a vacant house. Times are rough and not a lot of buyers, you know? So the villagers decided it was best to just tear it down. I'd buy it. Whoa, got a load of young moneybags. Just wants to buy it, huh? Okie do. Let me lay it out for you. See this house? Been vacant for years. So the villagers had a meeting, argued, voted, and decided to tear it down. The demolition cost, with associated fees, permits, and other such details, came in at 50,000 rupees. So when you say you want to buy it, you're talking about 50,000 rupees. You got that much on you? Impossible. Yeah, figured. Figured. When I was your age, I had serious money problems too, so I know how it feels all too well. Alright. Look, here's the deal. Just for you, I'll cut you a special price of 3,000 rupees. But in return, I'm going to need you to bring me 30 wood bundles, building materials. You know how it is. Anyway, you understand the terms? Then get to it. Show me what you're built out of. That's a construction joke. Hudson, Carson, stop what you're doing. You got it. Sick. Okay, so there's that. So now, if I want to, now I can bring them stuff. Do you have another one for me? No. Anyway. There we go. Do I have any free weapon slots before I Yeah, I not really know. Anyway. So there we go. So now we have an active quest to get that house, which is great. 3,000 rupees is a little rough to, you know, acquire, obviously. But, it's, you know, it's a work in progress. But we also can bring him 30 wood bundles. Just one of the things that we're going to need bundles, that we're going to need wood bundles for. Let's see. Let me zoom in here. Where? There's something else. It's down below over here somewhere. Over here, there's another little quest according to the map. Oh, yeah. This creepy looking thing. Alright. It got creepier. Ah, so there are still some who pay me homage. You can talk? You don't say. You can hear my voice? Yes. Now that is a surprise. What were you praying for? Long life? Wealth, like so many of your kind? Whichever it was, you came to the right place. A dealer in life and power, that was me once. Alas, my life for money bargains didn't sit well with the goddess Hylia. She trapped me in this stone statue long, long ago. The villagers here called me the horned statue and don't even bother to wipe away the bird droppings. One would think years upon years of such treatment would have made me mend my ways. One would think wrongly. I have only been biding my time for the moment someone who can hear me appears, someone such as you. But I've said enough. Now then, shall we strike a bargain? Then stay that way. No further action on your part is required. He's like, sounds so nervous. Oh, you took my spirit orb. And a heart. What? Fahaha, my touch is as subtle as ever. Now, note how I took that essence from you without leaving a mark. Wow, really? And what did you give me in return? The horned statue in Hateno Village took one of your containers. The only thing to do is to talk to him, try to convince him to give it back. What's wrong, huh? Your prayer's been unanswered? Give it back. Faha, do you think I deceived you? Perish the thought. I hope that ours will be a long and profitable relationship, so which will it be? As I may have mentioned once or twice, I'm a dealer in life and power. I can provide a valuable service to you. I take heart, containers, and stamina vessels from you, and then for a price, return whichever of the two you like. Give me a heart. A wise choice, now remain still. There, now give it back. Thank you. You look skeptical. Not to worry. Money and life are all as one to me. If you're ready to bargain, then first you must sell me either type of essence for 100 rupees. If you want to buy an essence back, the price rises to 120. Before you can cry foul, know that you may choose which one I return to you, a stamina or heart container. I'm eager to help temper with your essence anytime you want to return and pray here. Sick. No thanks, man. Anyway, so that's what that statue does, apparently. You can reassign hearts and containers. So if you're like, you know what, I don't need this much stamina, or you know what, I have too many hearts, then you could reassign it, but it's going to be expensive. But technically you can do it. So, not my vibe, but technically you can do it. Okay. Hey, wait, you! Hey! Hey, mister, did you come from the big wide world? You look like you're good with a bow and swords. You must be pretty strong. Are you strong or what? Yeah, I am. I bet you use all sorts of different weapons, right? That's true. So, do you want to help a kid's dream come true? My Gramps is dead now, and when he was alive, he loved weapons. Though he never got to see all the ones he wanted. So you bring me weapons and show them to me, and then I can tell Gramps about him when I meet him again. Okay. Yeah, I knew you'd do it. Where should we start? Have you heard of the Traveler's Sword? You've seen it in books, but never in real life. I've seen it in books. If you find it, please let me see it. I don't suppose I still have one. Nope. I have a Traveler's Claymore. Alright, so anyway, so there's the kid with that. I think this guy's a dye shop, I believe. So you can dye armor pieces. Yes, yes, you can do that. Yeah, it does cost a little bit, but I don't need it right now. But yes, you can dye your armor with that guy. A service I almost never use, but really I should. Anyway, so you can do that. Now, farther up, we need to talk to the guy under the awning, which I already know who he is. Because this is a quest I've started a lot. Finished it, not so much. Is this you? Oh, that is you. There you are. Checking everyone out today, too, and check-in just never stops. Ever stayed at the Tonpu Inn? Nope. If you're not staying there, then I'm supposed to check out everyone who comes into town. Right, right. Thought so. I know things have been peaceful recently, but the outside world is still pretty dangerous, yeah? So I gotta check and make sure if any beauties, suspicious folks have come around here. Beauties? If you're lucky enough to stay at the Tonpu Inn, you'll see what I mean. Say hello to Prima for me if you do. Not that she even knows who I am. She is tough. I have to give her something. What kind of gift do you think Prima at the Tonpu Inn would want? Just take a guess. It's not for me, you understand. It's for my buddy's friend. Totally. Totally. Hey! Prima! There you are. Hey, cutie. Sir, did you need something from me? What do you like? Why is he asking? Whatever, I'll just say something random. I'll tell you something that I really like. Crickets. It's my dream to have my very own collection of 100 restless crickets. As if. That sounded believable. Good news, bro. She's really into bugs. Yeah? What is it? I talked to Prima. What? Prima told you what she wants? Prima never even talks to me. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. So then what is it? Crickets. She's really into crickets, really into bugs. Prima wants restless crickets? 100 of them? Ah, what a small world. I love restless crickets. I'm a connoisseur of them. I think that's what that word means. But catching 100 of them is going to be tough. Do you think you could help me get started on those? How about you bring me 10 of them and I'll give you something nice and for your trouble. Sure, man. I'll keep my eyes out for crickets. Anyway, so that's a slow burn quest, as if you wouldn't have assumed. And now, we head up the trail. There's another quest to pick up along the way anyways. Hey, do you have something? No. You can tell because over their dialogue bubble, there'll be like a red exclamation point if they have like a quest for you or whatever. So, that's what I'm looking for when I just get their speech bubble to pop up. But I think what I'm looking for is one of you two. Oh, is it you? Yeah, it's you. Hey, you! Yes? She's cute. What do you want? Oh, don't act so clueless. Although, fine. You seem harmless enough. Forgive me, I've just been on edge with all these monsters running around. They come up from Hateno Beach to steal my sheep. If someone doesn't do something soon, I won't have any left. I will take care of the sheep burglars, ma'am. Okay. Now, we must get to the top of the hill. Alright, we are working our way to the top. No soliciting. So this is the Hateno Village Ancient Lab, or Hateno something or other. It's something like that. It's something like that. Let's see. What was it exactly what it's called? Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. Mind the lanterns. Oh, hey. Sick. Anyway. Never turn down some good loot. That's for sure. Enter at your own risk. It says warningly. Alright. Sorry, I'm desperately... if the flame is blue, the furnace is hot. Do not touch. Heard it here first. Hello? It's Purah. Hello. This is the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. Do you have some business with the director? That's right. The director is in the back. A terribly busy person, that one. Please try to keep it brief. Hey! I know she's pulling my leg, but I'll pretend. Hello! I imagine you've never seen so many books in one place. Pretty incredible, isn't it? We've gathered all of Hyrule's known literature on ancient civilizations here. As for the actual number of books, well, is that thing on your waist? Is that a Sheikah? There's no mistaking it. That's a real Sheikah slate, isn't it? I've never actually seen one in person. If you could just show me the runes on it, I'd be most appreciative. Stasis. Ah, magnesis. Yes, yes. The remote bomb and cryonis? Cryonis, I guess. Anyway, and what else? Let's see. And that's it for runes, but, strange. It doesn't look like you have the basic runes. I don't understand why they're missing. There must be some reason. Ah, where are my manners? I nearly forgot to introduce myself. My name is Simon. You are Link, right? You know my name? Lady Impa caught me up to speed. You see, we were told a young man holding a Sheikah slate will appear and you must do all you can to help him. He will be the hope that reawakens from the slumber of restoration. His name will be Link. Oh dear, I forgot to tell you something very important. Director, listen, Mrs. Director, this is the real Sheikah slate. Director? Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced our director. Mrs. Purah happens to be right over there. As the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab director, Mrs. Purra is the world's foremost authority on ancient Hyrule culture. And I turn around. Check it! Like, wow. I have the utmost respect for Mrs. Purra and all she's accomplished. I'm honored to be her assistant. On that note, Link, you see, the director may look like a young girl, but, well, maybe it's not my place to be telling you these things. You should talk to Mrs. Purra yourself. I thought that was funny, did you? Hey, are you surprised? The director of this laboratory is not Simon, it's me. Snappity snap. Anyway, Linky, do you remember any dreams from your time in the Slumber of Restoration? You don't look like you've changed a bit in the last 100 years, but something must have happened in all that time. Well, no matter. I'm just happy that you're still in one piece. Linky, what's with the look? You do still remember me, right? I don't remember. Really? Well, I'm so shocked. I don't know if I'll ever be able to recover from this. Even though 100 years ago, I took you to the Shrine of Restoration after Calamity Ganon fatally wounded you. Even though I was the one who put you safely into the Slumber of Restoration. Despite all that, you still don't remember me? I don't remember. As expected. After 100 years in the Slumber of Restoration, subject has lost all memories. Noted. So sorry, I have a bad habit of taking notes rather abruptly like that. It's a charming quirk, isn't it? Anywho, do you have any questions for me? Aren't you a child? How very rude. Or perhaps it's not rude at all. I suppose that's actually a rather logical conclusion to jump to. The truth is, I look this way because of a failed experiment. Well, I say failed, but in some ways it was a success. I documented the full affair in my diary upstairs, but the whole thing is embarrassing, so I insist you refrain from reading it. Anyway, enough about that. Back to the topic at hand. Here you are, after 100 years, here to defeat Calamity Ganon, who is growing in strength with every passing moment, and to rescue our beloved Princess Zelda. That is, if you've got the courage to try. And to help the one true hero, I, the one and only Purra, will restore the basic functions missing from the Sheikah Slate. And what do you say to that? Yes, please. I knew you'd say that. Alright then, first I need you to run an errand for me. What's with the look on your face? You didn't think I'd fix your Sheikah Slate for free, did you? I did. Post-slumber of restoration, subject is plagued by presumptuous tendencies. Noted. Let me explain what this errand entails. You know the unlit furnace on the wall just outside the laboratory? Could you please bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace in town? Oh, and also use it to light our furnace? This sweet little guidance stone will start working once you do that, allowing us to restore your missing runes. I wonder if young women these days still say things like sweet and little? Ah, well, I suppose it doesn't matter anyway. Okay then, I'm counting on you for that blue flame. Sick. Alright, so now, to move on here, we need to light this furnace. Now, to do that, along the way, you probably noticed those right there. Those little lanterns dot the whole trail. And we need to move the stuff over. So that's the plan. Now, the blue furnace in town, you probably can already see it from here. And we are gonna try to land on it. I don't quite have the oh, he's not gonna do it. Anyway, I was trying to land right on that little point so I could just jump off all neato-like. Anyway, but yeah, there's you can see that little furnace right there. That's where the blue flame is. So we need to get that flame all the way up. And the way to do that is by activating lanterns. So this one isn't actually the difficult one, believe it or not. There's more than one. We'll need to do this again later, I think, if memory serves. Rusty broadsword. Anyway, we'll need to do this later again, and the other one is much more involved because it's, I think, often raining, and there's all these monsters that attack you. Anyway, so any wooden thing you do will work. A torch obviously would be best, but I forgot to look up there when I was up there, so, you know, and this is only a Boko bat, so it's not as... Oh, well, that didn't work. It's because the rain started the second I stepped outside, so that was convenient. Okay, after the world's best timed rainstorm, I went back to I ran around while I was waiting. I teleported back to the stable, the one stable we have. I grabbed the torch that spawns in there, came back. Then while I was waiting, because I still had time, I ran around to some local trees that are in the village and grabbed lots of apples. So we have lots of apples. But now we have a torch, which will make this much easier than using my weapon, because The weapon doesn't do as good. So the reason why you would try and use these lanterns is because, of course, the torch, I don't think, will make it all the way there in one go. And so it's a big risk, obviously. And so by lighting the lanterns as you follow the pathway, it is convenient because, of course, that way if you fail, like if the torch goes out, then you don't have to start all the way from the beginning. So that is why you do it that way. Now, there also might have been a faster way than legit following the full path, you know? You might not had to have done it this way. You know, it's possible that, like, if you cut higher up, you can go straight to another lantern. But I just didn't want to map it out, so I'm just doing it the really slow way. Just because. I just figured it'd be easier. I really expect there to be a torch on this one. I feel like historically I remember that the torch dies somewhere when you're almost to the next lantern. It's like you're almost all the way up and then it dies on you, I think. Don't quote me, but... Alright, well, we made it around this one and I'm getting annihilated because I couldn't get around that. But I thought my health was going down, but it was not. Anyway, it's fine. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're just going to get a lot of them done with the torch and then we will finish with whatever weapon I can find. So hopefully I have a wooden weapon, because I had to give up the Boko bat to, It's actually not yet. I did that thing again where I got stuck on the lantern, so that's cool. Anyway. Don't worry about all that. We're making good time. Hopefully I have another wooden weapon. But with every lantern, we get ever closer to the top. Now, again, don't quote me, but I almost think it dies right when you're almost near the top. And so you're like, oh, you were almost there, but not quite. So I imagine we'll have to finish with a different weapon, but... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those few seconds that I got stuck on the lanterns won't come back to bite me, but... I wouldn't count on it. Look at the moon, all pretty. Okay, good. Well, now if we have to do this again, we only have to run all the way up here to there. In fact, I'm going to run it straight just to see if we can save a few seconds. Come on, Torch, just survive on me. We're almost there. I think I've had it die like when you were right here. Yes! Look at that. Hateno Ancient Tech Lab is now set as a travel gate. Sick. Alright. Well, there you go. Yay! I did the thing. Are you proud? Linky, thank you so much. Now then, take a look over there. The guidance stone must be starting to react. There's nothing mysterious about it. This is pure science. My sweet little guidance stone. You sure know how to make this old researcher's heart flutter. Now then, let's go ahead and restore those Sheikah Slate runes for you. Give me a nice snap. Go on, no time to be shy about it. Snap. Nice one. Okay then, Sheikah State for Slate repair underway. Guidance stone lock removed. Now, let's do this thing. I feel like if you say the other one, if you're like, snap, question mark, and she's like, what's with the lackluster attitude? She's like all really disappointed in you. She's like super disappointed in you. Anyway, Sheikah Slate, authenticated. Camera, Hyrule Compendium, album missing, files confirmed. Starting repair. Yeah, I feel really good that we went straight for the, straight for this stuff earlier rather than later. I think that was a really good move. In general, I should do that all the time. Definitely the right move. But yeah, this unlocks the final thing that we're missing. So the camera, this is the really useful thing. Instantly render a visible image into a picture. Pictures created are saved in the album. It has a useful feature that connects to the Hyrule Compendium and automatically registers pictures of new entries. So this convenient thing means that you could take a picture of an item, I mean a lot of items, like treasure chests, you can do it with treasure chests. But you could take a picture of like a treasure chest, enemies, all kinds of stuff, and then you can set it so that the Sheikah Slate will, like, just like it does with the shrines, you could also set it to do that for other things too. So if you wanted to set it for treasure chests, it'll beep at you if you're near a treasure chest, you know what I mean? Anyway, and it unlocks the memories! Yes! Now we can start grabbing memories. And it unlocks the Hyrule Compendium, so now we can start collecting things. by taking pictures of everything we come across. Repair complete. Sick. You love to see it. And it's done. So, is it all fixed up now? Let's see here. Which one is it? Camera, I have a compendium, album. Yep, looks good. So I know this is sudden, but hear me out. Take a picture of me with the camera. Oh, and don't forget to let me see it. Okay. So you do it just like this. Give me a little, I can take a selfie with it? Oh, I can if I hit the right button. Hang on, I can, Oh, look at that, you can. Here's Purah. So, I don't know if I've ever done that. That's awesome. Anyway, that'll work. Okay. Well, that's cool. Sorry. Snap! How's the picture taking going? Did you get a cute pic of me with the camera? I took one! Oh, I can't wait to see it. Let me see. Here. There's the one. My, who is this beautiful young creature? Huh? Oh, I guess that's my cue. Sorry, I kind of lost it there. It wasn't on purpose. Ah, it's not just a pretty girl in these images. Yes, these are old landscape photos stored in the album. I knew Princess Zelda had made frequent use of the camera feature, but this... Hey, Linky, it dawns on me that you were Princess Zelda's appointed knight, which means there's a strong possibility that you accompanied her to all the places where these pictures were taken. Oh, right, the lost memory thing could prove troublesome. But don't lose hope, it just means these pictures could be the missing piece to help restore your lost memories. If my hunch is correct, I suggest you check in with Impa. She knows even more about Princess Zelda than even I do. Oh yeah, there's just one more thing I need from you. You don't have to worry about this until after you see Impa, but I want you to bring me back some ancient materials. Bring them either to me or to Robbie at the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. As if my joy wasn't enough, if you bring us ancient materials, we'll give you something good as a reward. Alright, let's do this. Sick. Okay, well, we will prioritize the lost memories, so we're going straight to see Impa. Straight to see Impa, because she's going to give us some interesting details. Or at least an objective. Something like that. Don't worry about it yet, okay? It'll be fine. We're going to go see Impa either way. And, this way, you also will get to see how convenient this shrine is, and why I prefer this village, Kakariko, over the other one. Is because you can just, do this. And just soar straight into the center of town, and then you can get to the goddess statue right away. And there's shops over here. It's like lots of good stuff. But obviously, we're here to see her. Huh. I heard Purah was giving you the runaround, but you seem just fine. Locked mementos complete. Now then, let me see. I'm like, look at this. What do you think about this, huh? Aha! This is without a doubt the camera that Princess Zelda used 100 years ago. Yeah. What do you think about that, huh? It could be that if you visit the locations within those pictures, you will be able to restore some of your lost memories. Come back here once you've tried going to at least one of these locations. There's something I wish to give to you. Perfect. Alright, so now we have unlocked the memories, and now we can actually find them in the world space, which is great. But there was one thing I wanted to do before we end the episode. So, now we can go back to the tech lab, and, yeah, now we can run back to the tech lab, and I want to look at that journal that, partially explains, why Purah looks like a child. So, even though she's very much not a child, so I wanted to go look at her diary. Not that we should tell her that, because we certainly shouldn't. Now, I think you actually do have to get there from the outside. It's a hoe! Yay. Anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I'm never gonna need to be like, man, I need a farming hoe as quickly as possible. Like, it doesn't matter, but just taking pictures in general and adding to the compendium seems like a pretty solid move. Alright, not yet. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. Aha. Research diary for anti-aging rune. Classified for Pura's eyes only. First page. We don't know the date. Work has finally begun on my anti-aging rune. If all goes to plan, I believe it will effectively reverse the aging process. This technology will enable us to make retired warriors young again, thereby strengthening the Hyrulean army. When Calamity Ganon inevitably returns, we'll be ready. Our offense will be solid and our defense impregnable. The need for this tech pains me, but I truly hope to use it to attain everlasting peace for all. Some later date. The beta version of my anti-aging rune is complete. I have already added it to the Sheikah slate I made for myself. Since I am to be the test subject of this experiment, Simon booted up the rune and directed its rays at my body. After 20 seconds of exposure, I felt extreme fatigue and broke into a fever, forcing us to cease the experiment. Unable to stay awake, I went to bed immediately. Tomorrow I will try to figure out what went awry. The next day. My extreme full-body fatigue is slightly improved, for which I am grateful. Still, I do not recognize the face in my mirror. My hair is thick again, and floor-length. My wrinkles, once deep as trenches, have vanished without a trace. It seems the anti-aging effect works. However, I did not expect the reversal to happen so frighteningly fast. This morning, I kicked Simon awake and had him run a full physical exam on me. My height, weight, vision, bone density, heart, blood, we tested everything we could, pushing our facility to its limit. Our discoveries were startling. My results were typical of a Sheikah woman in her early 50s. In other words, I reversed my age by more than 70 years in a single night. So she's like 120? Holy crap. Anyway, I can only hope I do not awaken to find I have the body of a newborn. Day 3. I awoke with an abundance of energy. It has been decades since I slept so well. Upon waking, I immediately checked the mirror, only to be greeted by a youthful version of myself. According to Simon's examination, I have the body of a Sheikah woman in her 30s. 30 years old. I was around that age when I was first able to continue my research following the Great Calamity. The first thing I did was try to figure out how to expand the functionality of the Sheikah sensor. I was around 80 when that expansion was completed. I intend to bequeath this tech to our sleeping hero. I hope to the gods we will be able to assist the destruction of the calamity that swallowed our Princess Zelda whole. Day 4. After today's routine physical, the results show that I have the body of a Sheikah woman in her 20s. I haven't felt this good in a century. This is all taking me back to when the Great Calamity happened. Ganon had been dormant for 10,000 years. Perhaps this power has been building all that time. The slaughter that followed was arbitrary and merciless, the destruction complete. We lost everything. Hyrule Castle, Princess Zelda, well, perhaps not everything was lost. A youth named Link was brought to me 100 years ago, covered in wounds and on death's doorstep. Link, so young yet so courageous. He was the youngest knight to have ever been appointed to the Imperial Guard at Hyrule Castle. He was also a gifted swordsman who was selected as captain of Princess Zelda's personal guard. I thought his skills would be enough to defeat Ganon in glorious fashion. Since ancient times, the royal family of Hyrule and us Sheikah researchers have had a strong bond. Their pain is our own. We took the swordsman and the Sheikah slate Princess Zelda left behind to the Shrine of Resurrection. Although the slumber of restoration had not been fully tested, we decided to put the swordsman under to save his life. It was the best we could do. Day 5. I awoke to something horrifying, a scarlet lump scarring my otherwise youthful face. After analyzing this monstrosity, I have come to the conclusion that it is just a pimple, a big one. The results of today's physical exam indicate that my body and mind have reverted to those of a teenager. I feel like Simon looks at me differently, which irritates me. I get angry when he insisted on running my blood test for me. I mean, really, what even? I can do it all by myself. In any case, I wonder what experiment I should focus on next. The blue flame in the furnace outside is growing weaker by the day. I do hope the guidance stone doesn't stop working. And then day 6, my age reversal has progressed further still. I now look and feel like a 6-year-old. My height has regressed so much that I no longer reach things in high places. It's super annoying. Where is that genius swordsman we placed in the slumber of restoration anyway? Wake up already. If he doesn't awaken soon, my feature expansions for the Sheikah sensor will go to waste. But even if he does manage to wake up, how can I be sure he'll find me here? I want to go and just kick Linky awake, but I doubt Simon would help me. It'd be hard with my 6-year-old body anyway. Instead, I think I'll begin working on a way to unreverse my aging process. Day 7. This morning's exam results indicated that I am still age 6, same as yesterday. Perhaps my age reversal has stopped. As luck would have it, today I also have finished developing the beta version of the age boosting rune. If successful, this should be able to reverse the effects of the anti-aging rune. I hope it will anyway. All I need to do is increase the output and expose myself to its rays. However, when I tried to add this feature to the Sheikah slate I made, I found that the guidance stone had stopped. What's more, the blue flame in the furnace outside has gone out. I sent Simon to the ancient furnace, but he was too clumsy and it was raining and nothing went to plan. So I had to go down there to help, but a girl in the village saw me. What a mess I've made. Not only am I unable to continue my research in this state, I can only work by the light of gas lamps. What to do? And then some later date. I can't believe it. Our hero, Linky, has awoken from his 100-year slumber. As expected, he lost his memory. The slumber of restoration. I really should have done a test run on that thing first. Well, live and learn. In any case, he got the ancient furnace working, so now I can start my research once again. Finally! Only a truly gifted and heroic swordsman like him could have achieved all that. Speaking of, this seems like a good opportunity to get him to do some other chores for me, too. Yeah, that explains a lot. Anyway, I opened that parachute just almost a second too late. Can I take a picture of the tree? No. What about the apple? Oh, apple. It's just like taking pictures of all this random crap. Anyway, but let me show you what happens when you do that. So obviously that's just the album, which we don't really care about, but the compendium, as you can see. So that one is materials, but, you know, all the objects in the world, you can take pictures of all the things. The other one we have is the farming hoe. Anyway. And we don't really need to do all the pictures, per se, you know, because that's not really our goal, obviously. But there is some useful things that we can do, like you know, like if you're looking for specific materials to upgrade armor or something, that kind of stuff can be super useful. Anyway, but yeah, that'll be a beautiful place to call it. We made great progress today, that's for sure, because we discovered both villages and we have unlocked a lot of features on our Sheikah slate, which is huge. And yeah, that's super big, because now we've also unlocked the memories, which is one of my favorite things, and we've unlocked the Sheikah sensor that will allow us to, you know, highlight an item like a treasure chest or specific things like mining nodes or whatever, and that's going to be super useful. So lots of great stuff, and it'll probably be this next episode. Now, there might be some random quests that we maybe focus on, because there is a handful that we could just work on. Obviously, there's some big ones, and then there's quite a few of these littler ones, but overall, I think it'll be likely that maybe next episode is when we will probably start just kind of exploring, you know? It's probably going to be next episode that we work towards the memories, that we grab towers, that we hit shrines, that next episode we're probably just going to start kind of exploring for realsies, now that we've unlocked so many things. Now, there is some more things to do as far as like power stuff. There's like an enhanced version of most of the powers, if not all of them, so we might continue to work with What's-Her-Face, so that we can upgrade our powers and they can do more stuff. So we might still just keep working on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if kind of next episode and onward we kind of start just doing more exploring than anything else. But you know, we still have some things that we're actively working towards, but overall I think kind of just like exploring, building up our, you know, abilities and our supplies and my hearts and all that stuff, stamina, so that we can be ready to actually take down some divine beasts would be a pretty good move. So anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Oh, did I just collateral that guy? Yeet. There, you go first. He's like, I think it's clear, man. You're good. As the great Bob Ross would say, what a happy accident. Later, idiots. I could hear Darth Vader in my head. I have you now. No, walk it off, bro. You're okay. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. That was so perfect.